Hey, Kajaria. How are you? Hey, Vibe. How are you? How y'all doing tonight? That's good. That's actually great. I just came on here to tell y'all about my day. I miss you. How are you? I'm actually doing pretty good today. I don't have no complaints. I'm tired, but I'm tired for a good reason. Because I finally got out and I finally went and did something today instead of I broke the chains of being scared of coming out the house. I ain't do a whole bunch of nothing, but what is so hard for me is putting on that mask and trying to breathe through that mask. It's like it takes something away from me. It's already like you already winded or whatever when you're trying to go and do something, and then you got to put something else on top of it to be able to go and do something. So it's just like it's just another level of making you tired for whatever. But I don't have no complaints about getting out and about today because I was able to walk around in the stores, get some things that I want. You know how you send somebody else in the store for for you to get something for you, and they get something close to what it is that you want, but not exactly what you want. And so I have had to, in the past couple months, I've had to learn to be okay with people not getting the thing that I actually want and settle for something that's closer to that or whatever. And because I don't necessarily have the energy to go in and do all of these things and everything, and to with your immune system being compromised or whatever. So, but today, your girl got out and went and did her own little thing. I ain't stay in the stores for long or whatever, but it was good to get out. It was not good to see those prices that's in the store because that's one thing that I haven't really been able to see. You just write a list out and you make a budget for each thing that the kids can spend on it because the kids was doing doing like the shopping and stuff like that. So I just put a budget to everything. Is like you can spend this much on this and this much on that. But it was something else to get out in the store. And I've been buying alcohol for a long time. And I ain't never paid $2 for a bottle of alcohol. And I ain't talking about the kind of alcohol that you turn up to your mouth and you drink it. I'm talking about the kind of alcohol like rubbing alcohol. I ain't never paid $2 for that. Not that I can remember. Anybody else paid $2 for some alcohol? I don't know what is going on with all of those prices and stuff, but Lord have mercy. Like it shocked me. I was like, when I heard the register, and in Dollar Tree at that. In Dollar Tree at that. I'm like, $2? Like what is going on here? So I've been missing I've been missing out on way too much. Just staying on the inside. But I had fun being able to get out. Can you please write a book about your story? Whole vibe. Oh my gosh. Listen, in a week's time, that's three people done told me that when I first came on here, a lot of people were saying that I need to write a book. I was just telling RJ the other day that the ringing, it's like when I'm supposed to do something, there's like a bell that goes off in my ear. You know, a bell like you hear in your ear. You can't necessarily do anything about it. It's just there and you have to wait till it goes away. When I'm supposed to do something, it's like it just continuously keep being said by several different people um that have nothing to do with each other. So I can tell the bell is almost like a ringing bell ding, ding, ding. But you know, after a while, you can have the bell, what you hear inside of your ear. It's like, the bell starting to get like that. So, you know, the longer like I hold out and not do it, I feel like the bell is getting to be a continuous bell instead of a bing, bing, bing. If you understand what I'm saying. But thank you again. You are an inspiration. Thank you so much, Vibe. I'm glad to be an inspiration to anybody because like I say all the time, when I come on here and I'm talking to somebody, I be on here trying to free myself or get myself to a place. And I always said that if along the way while I'm telling my story and encouraging somebody else, if it helps somebody else, I'm amazed and I'm blessed that I can help or inspire somebody else along the way. And I could turn around and I can say the same thing to you all. Um, just an inspiration. Even the whole vibe. When I went over and we were in a chat together earlier today. I can't think of what her name is right off the bat right now. But for her to be moving in the way that she's moving, and she steady saying she having spasms in her back and stuff. I can remember some days of having to still. I got stuff to do, and whatever pain it is that I'm going through, I still gotta push through and I still gotta get it done. So you know, just everywhere I've been going and everything is like an inspiration or somebody saying something that I need that word for the day or whatever. Just so many different things. Hey, Lois Knight, I think I'm saying it right. Louis, is it Louise right? Louise Knight. Hello to you. Thank you for joining us. Lift Crew Outdoors. Absolutely, Lift Crew. I hope you don't think you saying anything spotty by calling me bald head. Yes, I am bald head. And you might watch how you call that bald head, because if you saying it in the wrong way, you could very well end up with this same bald head that I got. Be careful. Very, very careful. Lift Crew Outdoors. Very careful. Don't come. That's right, Kajar. You better tell them. Don't come for her. And I don't need nobody to defend me. Because when it comes to that right there, I know who I am. I can say it every day, all day. But Live Crew, I'm telling you, you better watch yourself. Because you could be with this bald head next year. And this bald head is beautiful. Okay. But like I said, watch yourself. Bald head. Now that's a light read. Because I got a whole bunch of other stuff. But because I'm holding my flesh down right now, and I don't want to come down to your level, because at this moment still, I don't even care what you meant by saying that. But I'm telling you, you better be careful of what you playing around with. That's what I'll say to you. Hi, Carla. Thank you for coming through. Joe, hi, everyone. I have cancer. Joe, I am so sorry to hear that. But guess what? Over here, we are overcomers. There's a reason why we've been set with what it is that we have. It's like those weights that you lift. 1 minute you're carrying around a 10 weight pound, and then you get another weight put onto it because you've already won those battles. And so now what you have going on is an extra weight that's been put on because it's time for you to strengthen the next set of muscles that you're going to have. That's why we over here, some of us have cancer. The others over here are prayer warriors, ones that already been through, know what it's like, or those who's on the outside that know what it's like to watch somebody go through it. They prayer warriors over here. So, Joe, welcome over here. Welcome. Let's talk. Let's talk love. Okay, let's talk with love. Absolutely. That's who it was. She was an inspiration to me. Hey, Tashana girl. I love to come through and see my own somebody with the same name as me. Love you so much. I love you too, Tashana. And I'm waiting for y'all to come through Florida. Through Florida. I'm so waiting on that to happen. You know you said you're gonna let me know now when y'all come through, so I'm gonna be waiting. um network cable pack. What? Whoever you is, it gonna be your last time coming over here and writing anything in my chat. Thank you. Hello Tashana, how you feeling today? I feel pretty good today. I broke out of that thing where I've been sitting around and staying on the inside all the time. Um, and it wasn't the easiest thing to do. I was still scared riding in the car with with my kids. I was riding in the car with a mask on. But you know, I was able to get out of the house. I just felt like something was trying to come over me. Um and put me in another situation where I'm in bondage, you know. I figured, girl, just get you a mask out. I keep hand sanitizer with me all the time, but you know, it's a lot of stuff going on around here. I don't know, that C word going around again and everything, and so I just, it can make you very very scary or whatever. It's just like I had almost to a point is where I wasn't even coming outside of the house, period. So I can say I'm feeling much better today. Tashana Hines, are you the same trucker's wife that I've been knowing for a few years? um, I don't play about her. It's wonderful that you are getting out. Yeah, I feel good. How you doing today, Rose? But that's what I just came to talk about, is like that's something that I did different today. I even got out today and oh my gosh, I was walking through this store and I seen, and it was in Aldi's too. At that, I seen this pot set that I absolutely love. I love pots and stuff, but I hate when people buy them for me for Christmas and everything. And I'm like, that ain't no present for me. Buying a pot for me for Christmas, that's not that's not no present for me. I done told them stop. That's a present. Everybody in the house get to use it, and then you only buy them for me so I can cook. Don't buy me no pots and pans and say it's a gift for me. On that box, you supposed to write uh a gift for the family. That's what supposed to be on that box. But now I don't even do Christmas like that. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even do Christmas like that. I'm just making up something fun, but it is something that used to happen when we did do Christmas like that or whatever. But yeah, so how have you all been doing? Any questions or anything that somebody have for me? Because if not, I'm just gonna make this a short live. I just wanted to come through and then just you know, today was a happier day for me, breaking out of the box, because I was starting to have that feeling of like, well, I think they call it stir crazy or something like that, when you stay on the inside for long periods of time and you don't get to get out, and then you start feeling like I think you like loopy, or I don't even know what you call it, but anyways, I was starting to get that kind of feeling of like I need to jump up and run up out of here or something. Like it was being on the inside it's like it was driving me crazy or something. So I knew I needed to do something about it. And it started with yesterday, me just walking outside of the house just to feel like the sun the sun on you or whatever. I wasn't even doing that. It was like I would step out, I would open the door and just look out there for a second and hurry up and close the door or whatever. You know, I don't know. It's like the world got too big for me or something like that. So I don't know, but I feel like I'm in a better place. It almost felt like the only place I felt careful with, safe going to, was to chemotherapy, which was, yeah, was crazy. We can cheat anything, but why we can't cheat death? Yeah, we definitely can't. We can't. We can't cheat that. It is what it is on every single day. And since I know that we can't do that, Jacob, it's like at times. See, you done came and made me start to thinking, because when you know there's not anything that you could do about that, then why do we, or why do I make the decisions that I do? And I guess because in between, just thinking about it in the moment, in between, it's like you want to do what you can to stay well, I guess. But then too, even with what you just said, if we thinking about that, I think about what is for me. Whether I want to get sick or not, if it's in my storybook or my video, whatever, because I kind of look at life as like it's a video that's playing out. Like if you at the movies watching a movie, sometimes people be in there hollering at the screen. I'm saying people. I'm part of one of those people. I'll be saying, why are you going that way? Go that way or this way. And there's nothing you can do to change that script. It is what it is, and how it's going to play out is going to play out. Uh, yeah, you got me thinking now, Jacob. Thank you for coming in and writing that. Do you know that God loves you? Absolutely, I do. And sent his son for you? Absolutely, I do. Too. I think that's why I use Tilu. Tlu. I'm not sure how to say your name. I don't be wanting to mess up anybody's name. But yeah, that's something to think about. It's like almost like you came along and you wrote that. To write that is like, almost an encouragement. No, not almost, because encouragement can't be almost. It either is or it's not. It's like it's an encouragement to live life. And it's not the first time that I've heard it done, but I have a different doctor now. Hey Phoenix and T Sherelle. Hey Spanky. Um we can't change our fate, but we can change our future. It's making sense what you said. But listen, this is what I'm having to work out in my mind, right? You go to the doctor because the doctor supposedly has all the answers, which I know that's not true, right? But to some extent we have to listen to them, right? And so the first doctor I had was one of those doctors. You have to do X, Y, and Z. You have to do what I said. You can't do this and you can't do that, right? So I listened to him. He's one that said, no, you can't go in the garden. You can't, he absolutely is like, no to this and no to that. And it's like, if you asked him why or whatever, everything. And then after a while, stuff that I was saying to him that didn't make sense to me, when I challenged him on it, he got mad and started to tell me that everything was my fault. For instance, I didn't have diabetes before before I was diagnosed with cancer. And to be honest with you, I don't know a lot of anything about this cancer that I have. I'm not doing a whole bunch of research and know none of that stuff because I don't want to get worked up about it, right? So one of the things that he started to tell me, he said that I had diabetes because I'm fat, basically, is what he was saying. But I knew that could not have been true, because when I found out from my primary care that I was borderline, I instantly went into action. And I went from 379 pounds to 220 pounds all by myself. The work that I did to get there is on my page. I did hard work. Not that I'm against anybody going to do what they do. I didn't go and get a shot. I didn't go and have somebody to cut on me. No, none of that stuff. I did it the hard way. And because I did it the hard way, I'm very, very proud of how I lost that weight. Now, what I can say to you, him saying that to me, because we bumped heads, the cancer center said that there at no time should I come to have treatment for cancer, and I should be going back and forth or having to have an argument or having to leave there in tears because of the way my doctor talks to me. So I got another doctor, and we had a conversation about what he told me, only for this doctor to tell me, he didn't speak against the other doctor, but he did let me know, you have no way of controlling you having diabetes right now in this moment. He said it is absolutely the kind of cancer that you have that is causing you to be diabetic. And if you all don't know, the kind of cancer that I have is pancreatic cancer. Your pancreas controls your sugar. And so, regardless of what I do, my pancreas is going to be all over the place because that's where my cancer is. So, when you go from that doctor to this new doctor that I have, I've only had him for 2 months. And this one doctor is telling you all of these things you can and cannot do, only to have this doctor that I have now turn around and say, it's about quality of life, not quantity. And he said, get out and enjoy yourself. When my other doctor was telling me everything, he tried to keep me away from my garden. And right now, it's just like I don't have the energy and stuff to be out there. I have a hard time getting out there without my knees buckling. But I'm very grateful for the time that I did spend out there in my garden. It's been almost about 3 weeks now since I've been out there. And today, while we were out riding, you know, we were out actually looking for ways that we can get free mulch, because the place that I used to go to get it is no longer there. But anyways, just, you know, hearing somebody come in and say, you know, those things, what Jacob said, makes you think about all of those things. But hi everybody, I was in my thought process just then. Life of Ducky and Patrick. Hi Miss Tashana, hope you're having a wonderful night. I actually am today. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. I'm going to call you after you are done. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Asavi Moon, hola. Life with Tashana mods in chat. Asavi says hi. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, but I'm saying it so confident, like I know. How y'all doing tonight? Thank you so much for the prayers. X tenfold back to you. Always tenfold over here means anybody that's sending up a prayer and asking God anything for me, I pray and ask that he give it back to you 10 times what you asking for me in his son's Jesus name. Amen. Jesus is sacrificed so we can live again. This life is temporary. What he has for us is everlasting. Come on, y'all. Thank y'all for the encouragement to get out and to live life. Live life. Oh my God. I have it. And then these little moments that, just want to steal it away. So, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Really, I really, really am working on it. So, Kendra, have you considered going on a carnivore diet? Have you heard of the doctor who gives his patients nicotine patches to kill cancer? Never heard of that. Never heard of that before. I've never heard of a carnivore. Is the carnivore diet is like eating just meat all the time? Listen, Kit Driscoll, I've heard of so many things, so many things, with cancer, and you know what? As many as things as I've heard of so far, oh my God, I probably would go ahead and not be alive if I tried all of them. I can tell you the one thing that I've tried before. Um, the one thing that I've tried before is the soursop. Why did I try soursop? I actually have a soursop tree here, and I quit drinking it because I went from a different doctor to another doctor, and they also changed my chemo. So I wanted to pause for a little while to just get acquainted with the new one, because the other one had me very, 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 very sick and stayed in the hospital a lot. This one right here almost have no symptoms, but the symptoms that I do have are a lot different from the other ones. Um, but it's a way better situation than I am. But no, I haven't heard of either one of those. And if you want to tell me a little bit about it, then go ahead and write it in the chat and let's see. Because just because I don't try this, a lot of people that come over here that are in the cancer community that probably want to give it a try. Tell us about it. But no, I haven't heard of either one of those things. You would think about a patch like that it would be have the opposite effect. I've heard of the ivermectin. I think that's the name of it is, but I done heard of so many things. Thank you very much. Everlasting love. Everlasting love, the kind of love that lasts forever and ever. That's one of my favorite songs. Research it. Okay, kid. I will. That's one thing I will is research some things that they saying about this carbs and sugar feeds cancer. I've heard that too 1,000 times. Um, the most I deal with carbs and sugar is I ha- I have to have me something to drink. Let me tell you something about that right there. And eventually I will get that back in control again, because I at one point I completely gave up sodas. But just think now, I've been for months and months and months. The cancer treatment that I was on makes everything taste disgusting. So at when I the cancer treatment that I was on before, I was losing 10 pounds every single week, and that was a scary thing, because though I am in the situation that I am in, I there's a look that some people have that are sick, and I don't want that look. So it was a scary thing for me to be losing 10 pounds like that, but everything was just so disgusting, and I stayed so sick, so I was losing a lot of weight. Now, and I don't know if you ever I don't know if you're actually a cancer patient, or you're just talking from you knowing somebody who has it, right? So I've been like on restriction or like on punishment forever and a day. So every now and then I am going to have me a drink. Every day that I pick up a drink, and we talking about a drink, we're not talking about like an alcoholic beverage or anything, but I'm talking about like a fruit punch or something like that. For right now, I'm gonna have me one every day. I ain't gonna make up no excuse for it, because it's what I want right now. In this whole world right now, I could be diagnosed with cancer, but still tomorrow ain't promised to me. Cause in my mind, in my body, in my soul, I don't believe cancer is gonna take me out. It don't matter what I do. May it be something else that's gonna take me out? Absolutely. But I don't think, and I don't, not that I think, I don't believe cancer is gonna take me out. So for right now, I'm enjoying my little fruit punch drink that I have on the side of me. And every time that I have one, I pray over myself. And if and this is what my prayer is: Lord, if this fruit punch drink is not for me, then I ask that you take the taste out of my mouth so I can move along from it. And am I believing God to do that for me? Absolutely I am. Right now it's just some things that I'm not even trying to fight right now. I just want to live, and it's so many other ways that things that I'm fighting in my mind, and I don't want to be having those fights. I hate waking up in the morning with a battle on my mind that I know that I can't control. Cancer's not one of the things that I wake up and think about every single morning. I actually feel like I have cancer, and I walk in peace most days. But anybody who does have cancer, I'm sure that there's good days, just like in regular life, and there's bad days. And so yeah, when it come down to what I'm eating right now, I do think about those things. My eating though is, I'm more thoughtful of that than it is with drinking, what I drink or whatever. Um the important thing for me, as long as I keep the fluids coming. So between that fruit punch drink, or whatever drink it is that I decide to drink, because right now I like the Coca-Cola Slurpee. But whatever it is, I drink water along with everything. My water intake is more than anything else that I drink in a day. But yeah, I try not to hold on to all of that other extra stuff that we have going on. Yeah. Um okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm behind in the chat, y'all, and I be trying to answer everything good. I got offered a job on the spot 3 days ago, and this morning they said it closed. I didn't need the job, but I'm so peeved. Like now I need to be neurotic. The lady Joshua, carnivore is just eating animal proteins and fats. I've been on carnivore for 2 years. Kid, how much weight you lost being on that? I love your singing voice. Thank you very much. Alkaline diet will kill any cancer in you. Pusha beats. I've heard that before too. I had several people that came in and told me about that. That's one of the things that I have tried. Trizavia drinks, zero carbs. One of the things about these different drinks and stuff that have zero carbs in it is I'm allergic to aspartame. What aspartame does to me is it caused me to have vertigo. And I rather drink all the sugar in the world than to open my eyes when I'm laying back or whatever and the room be spinning. I cannot stand that. I can't drink like diet drinks and stuff like that. I can drink them, but it's like maybe I can drink one a week or whatever. Probably still it's too much. I ain't never tried it before, but every now and then when I want something sizzly, I always choose the like zero or something like that. But I know I can't do them because one time that's all I was drinking, and before I knew it, my head was spinning every single place. She sings like an angel. Thank you. I'm a whole vibe. Um, try try and soak in sea salt and baking soda to pull out excess radiation from the body. Really? Sea salt plus baking soda. All right, let me screenshot it. Got it. Thank you. We're gonna think about that one right there. Hi, nice. Hey, Nikki Lee. You have to fast and go on an alkaline diet. Hey, Joel. Kid, my son had glioblastoma. He was 15 and was given less than a year. He lived past 2 years. Wow, kid. My heart goes out to you. But let me tell you, um, me and you share that same thing. I lost one of my sons too. Not in the same way that you did, but it doesn't matter how you lose a kid. Um, they both heartbreaking. So my heart goes out to you for that. And may God touch you in a mighty way to go through that. I know what that's like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jesus Christ. Daniel Brown says, just live. That's what's up. Come on, Daniel. Thank you very much. Just live. You know what? Because thinking about a lot of this stuff, it actually can put a pause in you living or you being scared to live because of every little thing that there is. And I know some when people give suggestions and stuff, I take up just about every one of those suggestions in my mind, and ultimately I end up in this place because I come from a place where my life was so controlled, so much so that I wasn't even allowed to cry or any of that stuff. To eventually I get to a place is I can hear everything you say, but ultimately I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do at the end of the day. That's just it. But do I give consideration and I think about the things that people are giving to me? Absolutely, I do. Jesus is coming back again soon. Mimi, you better say that. Absolutely, I believe that. Hey, Lady S, we went keto. I wish I had known about carnivore at that time. My son had the most amazing, strong faith and walked in selflessness and love. I missed him. Well, he's still here, only in your heart, because and here you are talking about him, all of the goodness about him, and that's what's amazing. That's what I want to do is when I leave here, no matter when I leave here, hopefully I leave behind a legacy that I was encouraging, I was good to other people, I treated people the way that I wanted to be treated, and ultimately that God is happy with what I left behind here in this earth. Lots of water, absolutely. I take it, Mimi. Hey, Ian. Hey, you haven't chatted in a while, but I hope you're doing well. I am, Ian. I remember you too. Good to see you in the chat. Lady S and Mimi. Okay. Hey, Malcolm Alvarado. You from Florida? Absolutely, I am from Florida, born and raised. Why? What's up? What's up, Malcolm? Born and raised in Florida. Yes, I am. I have lost about 18 pounds and 85% less pain. I had so many trauma related injuries that are improving daily. Okay. Wow, that's good. That is great. Great. I mean, anybody can get out there and lose anything. But kid, did you hear what I say? I lost 120 pounds in a year and a half by doing the hard work that I was doing. And I'm not really right now, losing weight is not on the forefront of my mind. It really ain't. Can I stand to lose some weight? Absolutely I can. But to me, having cancer and worrying about losing weight is like, it's like you have to, it's not at the forefront, it's not at the forefront of my mind right now. The thing that I think about, I've raised 14 children, and I still have 3 that's underage. Only thing that I can be right down to the God's honest truth, only thing that I'm worried about is not being here to be able to raise my last 3 children, um, until at least they 18 years old. That's what I want to do. I know what it's like to feel abandoned and all of those good things and everything, but I feel like if I'm allowed to raise my kids, and because there's a lot of things that's going on in this world, and I ain't too crazy about being here in the first place. Do I appreciate life while I have it and everything? Absolutely, I do. But yeah, I just wanna, I just wanna raise my kids. So it's just like I'm not. Um, I mean, all of those things are documented. When I was in there, nobody. I listen. I ain't been around nobody that worked the way that I work to lose the weight that I lost. I ain't seen a person yet that stand on the side of me and will get up 6:30 in the morning and still be outside working at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Still working, and I'm talking hard labor. You know, those of you who don't know, I have what you call a little miniature farm here or whatever, and I can go out there and find something to do every day, all day. I actually have four trucks to come and dump 4 full loads of dirt onto my property, and it's 2 acres. And my husband was going to get a tractor to move that dirt to all the places. Well, he was going to pay somebody to come and move. The next door neighbor has his own tractor. And when my husband got ready to ask that man, I told him, don't do it. I'll move it. Because it was in the time of COVID, and he didn't want me to work because he was scared that I was going to bring COVID home to them. So I needed something to do. And that's what I did. I moved loads of dirt with a wheelbarrow. Now, if you don't think that's hard work, I would like to see you do that, 4 loads from a dump truck, and you moving it with a wheelbarrow only. When I tell you I worked hard, and right now, because I know that I can do it, and I'm not a stranger to hard work, that's not what's at the forefront of me. And right now, for me, it's like trying to work and lose weight and everything at this time. Do you know how much steroids they pump inside of you when you doing cancer treatment? Yeah, it's just some things, just like it ain't even worth me even worried about it. Bob's Red Mill has no aluminum in it. Bob's Red Mill, is that um like flour and stuff like that? I just happened across your live. Must have been a God thing. I will subscribe. Thank you very much, kid. Hey, Trical. Thank you very much. Maddox Jordan, $12, $100. What that mean? Since I am a multi-generational survivor of satanic ritual abuse, and Jesus saved me and has healed me so much trauma. I am 53 years old. I still live under threat, but we all have our stuff. See, kid, when you said that right there, you don't know who all up in here that has almost that same story that you have. See, my all of my stories are right here. I tell people that are in my chat. A lot of people in here know I lived one hell after another, after another. And the only one that I start off with, and I tell everybody, just to let you know, just a little piece of what I went through. And that's the first thing that I remember in life happening to me that I have a memory of is that I was kidnapped, brought back home at nighttime. And when my mama received me or found me, she whooped my ass. So that's where I started from. And only from there, stuff got worse and worse and worse. And so I always feel like my whole entire life, it's been one thing after another. And you can just go back and see. When I got this cancer diagnosis, because I just got diagnosed with cancer on Valentine's Day of this year. Um, and most of what you can hear me say when I first got the diagnosis is, God, haven't I already been through enough already? Kid, have you ever asked God that after you lost your son? And even though they say that we should not ask him a question or anything like that, ask him why, how are we going to get to know the answer? Because right now I can go through today, and even though I asked that question, I know that everything that's back in my past that I went through and I landed up in this place that I am in today, I know that everything that I went through back then is why I can come on here and smile every day. Because though cancer is in my life, cancer does not have me. I smile pretty much every single day. Every day. Most of my days, and the smile ain't fake. Trust me, there's been times that I come on here. This is Life with Tashana over here. I always tell them life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you gonna get. Because whatever I'm going through on that day, that's what I'm bringing. That's what I bring when I come on here and I hit this live button. And the people that been over here that's been riding for a while, they know. When I come on here, if I'm mad at somebody, you probably ain't gonna find no God in me on that day. And I'm just being honest. I'm gonna come through here and I'm gonna say every cuss word that I wanna say. I'm gonna be mad, and then I'm gonna come back and I ain't gonna apologize for what I did. I'm human. I'm going through something at that time. And the last thing I'm worried about is what a human feel about me. The only one that I'm gonna owe anything to is God up above, because he knows everything that I do. He knows exactly how I feel. On the days that I'm sad, everybody on here knows that I'm sad, because I'm gonna come through here and I might shed a few tears. But the one thing that I love about here is I can come on and I can be who I am, and I can be supported in what it is that I'm going through on that day. And I always come on and I feel lighter than I have before I came on. And every time I think I'm showing somebody a bad side of me, I always find out that I actually help somebody in that position, you know. So but yeah. I don't know what to say. God is still good. He absolutely is, kid. He absolutely is. And that's all I got to say about him. Absolutely. I understand. I did that. Did that with kids say I did that with wood chips. When you do the wood chips, that's almost like now I can imagine I could do wood chips for probably weeks and weeks at a time and wouldn't feel like I lifted that much. I get it, girl. That is funny. I did that with wood chips. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a whole different ball game. But think about that, moving that dirt out there, done rained on it, and it got clay in it and everything. Boy, look at here. Well, yeah, kid, that's a different one right there. Hey, Ma, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Chief Chris? Hey, TTV. Bob's Red is a brand of baking soda. Okay, then I never seen that. You know, what's the one that we always, the one in the yellow box. I don't even know the name. I done had it so many times. I got a box sitting somewhere right in my view that I can't see. Well, was in my view. Yes, ma'am. God already knows our pain. He's not offended by our questions. Outright, kid. If he was offended, he done already took me out because I done asked so many questions about so many different things. But I also feel like the Bible tells us is we have not because we ask not. And I don't ask questions as like, God, you don't know what you're doing. I don't ask questions like that. I like to ask questions to understand. If I can understand um why this has been laid on me, good, bad, or indifferent, um I feel like I can go on that extra step if I can understand. Like right now, it's like I didn't understand. It's like, why do I have to have cancer? Haven't I been through enough stuff already? Um, if I know the purpose that I was going through this for, then I can walk in it. I can walk in it more upright. But the thing is sometimes we have to walk through things without knowing absolutely what the purpose is. We don't find it out until later. So at the end of the day, even though I still haven't gotten an answer as to why, the one thing that I do know is there is a purpose for me going through. I don't know the answers, but I absolutely know there's a purpose. I can go back and look at all the things that done happened to me in my life. Do you know how many people that I done ran past that has been through some of the things that I've been through and they ready to check out of this world? And because I can sit next to them and understand what they've been through and talk to them through what it is that they've been through, so at those times that let me know that those things didn't happen to hurt me. Those things happened to me for me to help somebody else that maybe not have been as strong as I am in the situation that they're in. So like you helped me. Phoenix, you always say that. I love you, girl. My son's name um was Matthew Jordan. His name means gift of God, sent from above. His favorite song was by our United Pursuit called Hidden. I hope you can listen to it soon. I wish I had. No, I don't. I can screenshot that and I'm going to listen to it. And Kit, I love to sing. So if I'm interested in that song, it won't take me long to know it, and you might come through here one day and I may be singing that song. United Pursuit called Hidden. Yeah, we're gonna have to go and listen to that. That sounds like something that I might like. Beautiful kid. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming through and sharing your son's life with us. Over here we talk about so many different things inside of one live. I never come on here with what you call it. I don't never come on here like I got so much to talk about. I always talk about like white noise. What I hate to do is I hate to be in like silence and don't know what the next thing is going to do. But I'm learning to be okay with that. But I just come on here to talk to you all like like you're on the phone with your friend or something like that and y'all having a conversation, and then it does bounce all over the place to be so many different conversations. That's kind of what we do over here. So we be on so many different things, unless sometimes something has hit me in the day and then I want to come on and I just want to have a discussion with people about that. Anybody is allowed to chat over here. You don't have to feel hushed, or nobody's going to judge you for typing in the chat. I know none of that stuff. And anybody over here acting like they don't know how to be an adult, you see my folks in blue, They don't mind. Oh, look at Phoenix. She done already pulled the song up. Already. See that? You see my sis in blue? Yeah. Anybody who comes over here and want to be disrespectful, like somebody who came through here earlier and called me bald headed. But for me, it's like that ain't disrespectful to me, because especially if you telling the truth. I am bald. I am bald headed. But if my sisters in blue think you are being disrespectful, they don't have no problem with getting you out of here. Now, sometimes I have to tell them, no, don't mess with them. Let them sit right here. But see, that one that came in and said bald headed earlier, it wasn't meant for. It wasn't meant for them to get him out of here. Because when, see, I to you all, um, I may have been speaking English, but I was speaking a different language to that person. Because one thing that I know about me is I don't mess with people in that way. Niecy Pooh, you ain't got to worry about it. I love you, boo. Whoever it was, they was in here at the beginning of the live. How you doing? I was speaking a different language to that person. And I always say this to people who come over here and try to play games with me and troll over here, because see, there are certain places I already know you ready. Don't get them, girl. Don't get them. There are certain places that people troll and play games and stuff on this internet. And I know one thing that I am, because I am chosen. Not my opinion, but I'm telling you what I know. And anybody who come over here and play with me in that way, and I'm not bothering with you, especially, and I'm just telling the truth, and it just want to be an interruption, you can expect for an interruption to happen in your life. And I'm just being real with you. I done seen it too many times. Too many times. And I would be a fool if I wouldn't advise them on what they say. See, that's one thing, is anybody can come over here and see that I don't have hair. I'm not offended by anybody that comes and asks me, why are you bald headed? Or why don't you have any hair? But nobody asked that question. It's plenty of times my moderators don't want to get people out of here. My moderators get people out of here if you ask me why I got gold teeth. And I have to tell them, let them be. They can ask that question. That's not a rude question. I'll answer that. See, I'm not a person that won't answer any questions in here. And I always do say, if you ask a respectful question, you will get a respectful answer. And if I don't want to answer it, then I know how to respectfully decline. But I'm talking about those ones that come through and say, girl, you got a big nose. Your nose bigger than a bell pepper. That don't hurt my feelings. I've been through a lot of hurtful stuff in my life. And calling my nose a bell pepper nose is not going to hurt me. Because guess what? I love everything about my nose. It fit my face. I love my smile. I love the gap in between my teeth. I'm missing teeth, but I ain't worrying about it. Those things do not bother me. And it does not bother me that I have a bald head. But also, think about how many people that you're offending by coming through and calling me bald head, when I'm okay with the bald head that I have. But there's a lot of people that have this same bald head that I have, not by choice, but because they going through something. And I say, be careful of how you say something to somebody, because you can end up with this same bald head that I'm okay with having, but you may not be okay. Cause see, I already done went through. My story happened a week and a half ago that I was going through about my bald head. And once I went and did it, she knew she was that girl. So I don't have no issues with none of that. I don't have no issues with it. But be careful. Cause see, where I don't have any issues, you could be the one end up toting the issues that I might have had by just opening up your mouth in such a stupid way. You didn't come in here and I didn't say anything to bother you. I didn't step on your toe. I didn't pinch you. But you needed to come over here and call me bald headed. Just be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Just be careful. Minnie Brick. My favorite movie is Sister. You been on my mind. Oh, sister. You're one of a kind, so sister. I'm keeping my eyes on you. I bet you think I don't know nothing but singing the blues. Oh, sister, have I got news for you, my sister? Color Purple. You've been told. Absolutely, Phoenix. They've been told. Like, child, please, the last thing I'm worried about is you hurt my feelings by calling me bald head. But I must warn you, you could have the same bald head too, minus the piece that I have. Yeah, you've been told. So if there is no more questions for tonight, we're gonna get ready to get on up out of here. We're gonna get ready to get on up out of here. For you all that don't know, this has been Life with Tashana, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know. We are also called the high class gardeners over here. What does that mean, Miss Shauna? That means that we make sure we growing food outside in the yard at all times. Though I'm not in the garden like I usually be, my heart is always in the garden growing something. I have fruit trees and all of that good stuff. The other thing that means is while you're growing stuff out in your yard, that you grow on the inside at all times along with that garden. Now, the high class part is we don't mess around with no bugs, no snakes, no worms, and no frogs. We got other people that handle those things for us because we don't play with that stuff out in the garden. But I said we grow food over here. And if you would like to become a high class gardener and grow with us, and I mean we grow in all types of ways. What all we know, we share with one another, so we all get to grow in some kind of way. If you want to be a part of that, then don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you can be aware of every time we go live or we post a video. And you, my friend, can be a high class gardener too. May you all have a beautiful night. Hi, beautiful. I'm a bald Betty by choice and love it. Thank you. That's Miss Angel. Thank you. There's a couple of us in here. A couple of us in here. And yes, we are. We are absolutely beautiful while doing it. But y'all heard how I said you can become a high class gardener. Y'all just come on through. and hit all of those bills and do all of those things. And those of you all who think the garden is hard, nuh-uh. The next time you make a salad, you cut up a tomato and a cucumber. Don't rake those seeds in the garbage. Go outside and find a little spot on the side where you don't necessarily walk over in that area and sling them seeds down on the ground and watch. They'll grow by themselves. What do you say? Only need a seed to fall to the ground. And that's it. And that's all. And you can grow too. See y'all next time. Y'all have an amazing night.